Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News Update. A decision by the US government not to exempt Australia from a 25% tariff on steel and aluminium isn't expected to have a major impact on Tomago aluminium. Australia's largest aluminium smelter exports 90% of its production to the Asia-Pacific region, with only a portion of its output heading to the United States. A teenage learner driver has a date in court in May accused of drink and drunk driving at Jesmond. Police spotted what they believed was a broken-down Ford Fairlane on Newcastle Road yesterday morning, but when they stopped to assist, the driver and two passengers ran from the car. They were arrested after a short foot pursuit, with the teenage passengers released a short time later. Police say the 17-year-old driver returned a blood alcohol reading of .143, along with a positive drug test. He's also been issued 5 traffic infringement notices and is due to face court on May the 1st. There's reaction to Hunter Water's plans to increase prices incrementally until 2030. The new charges will come into effect from July 1, with the Independent Pricing and Regulatory Tribunal needing to set them by June. Upper Hunter MP Dave Lazell says a proposed desalination plant at Belmont might not be enough to help ease the burden of increased costs.
At the moment, there's a lot of talk about desal plants to provide the water for the future. Well, they are going to cost a lot of money. And so therefore, when you talk about things like desal plant, you've got to then look at whether that's the best expenditure of money, because people ultimately will be paying for it.
Work to clear land for a controversial housing development at Garden Suburb has been temporarily halted following the discovery of asbestos. A group of about 50 people from the Save Mile Road Bushland group protested at the site yesterday and say they have alerted authorities after finding asbestos at the site. The group argues the housing project will destroy vital habitat for the powerful owl and sugar glider species. Landcom wants to build 105 homes at the site and says the location of the suspected asbestos has been secured and testing will be carried out. The EPA will also visit the site to determine if any action needs to be taken. Muswellbrook residents say they won't give up the fight after their claims for earthquake damage continue to be denied. A community meeting is being held this week for people to get legal advice and discuss a joint approach to the issue. Residents say they're prepared to share the cost of a private engineer to assess the damage across Muswellbrook and provide advice. The Insurance Council of Australia says if someone is dissatisfied with the outcome of a dispute resolution response, they can request to have their complaint escalated to the Australian Financial Complaints Authority. Lake Macquarie Council says it's confident new planning rules adopted at a meeting this week will protect West Wallsend mining history. Some councillors say the new rules will prevent homeowners from completing renovations above 10 metres high. Mayor Adam Schultz says it's important new housing doesn't stick out.
8.5 metres is your standard R2 heights across the city, so it allows for two-storey development. This initiative's been out for consultation. We've taken on that feedback.
To NURFM Sport.
The Knights have named only one change for their side's first home game of the season when they take on the Dolphins tomorrow. Forward Adam Elliott has moved onto the bench after missing the round 1 win over the Tigers due to issues with his calf during the NRL pre-season challenge. A win for the Jets against Melbourne City tonight will help close the gap on the finals. The side will play their second match in a 3-game week and are forced to drop Kota Mizunuma for fitness reasons. Defender Phil Kenkar returns to the starting 11 following issues with his Achilles tendon. Meanwhile, Jets attacker Clayton Taylor has been selected to the Olyroos squad to play in the upcoming Doha International Cup, the event which will start next Wednesday, where Australia will face Croatia, the United Arab Emirates and host nation Qatar. Also, Lake Macquarie's women's side will be without keeper Taylor Gray after she has been hit with an 8-game suspension due to match official abuse. That's sport. I'm Jessie Dennett.
And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 2, 5, 20, 21, 32, 33 and 41, and the supplementaries are 1, 8 and 34. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.